Hello, and welcome back to We'll Run For. This is your host, Tom, and with me, as always, are Erin.
Hello.
Michael.
Hello.
And Diana.
You're not gonna redo that? We're just going with it.
Nope, we're just in.
We're rolling.
The sausage is made.
This is it.
How has everyone's little vacation been?
Oh, gosh.
How was your holiday?
Well, Michael had a 5-day weekend because he had off Monday, too.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just had the 4 days. But it was nice. It was nice. Pretty quiet.
Well,
Yeah.
Did a hike.
Yeah. Watched
Turkey
everyone's favorite Thanksgiving movie, Turkey Hollow.
Hollow. Yeah, that was something.
It was something. It was something that was Diana's something good. So I don't really know what else to say about that.
All right, first off, I don't think it was my something good. I think it was, you mentioned, are there any Thanksgiving
Is that what that
movies?
was? Okay, maybe.
Although it should be,
It should be.
because it's got all the things.
It's so
Hippies,
strange.
Ludicrous, Mary Steenburgen, an inappropriate cop.
What's their names? What's their names?
Verbal.
Herbal? Slurp?
Zoinks. Something.
Spring.
Frang.
It was
yeah, that's
amazing.
it.
I got it. So after you mentioned it, I looked it up on Amazon, and it was on Amazon for like, I don't know, like $10. And I was like, well, maybe I'll wait until around Thanksgiving. This is what we're going to do on Thanksgiving when we're eating dinner. So then like 3 days before, it went on sale for 99 cents. So I was like, oh, I have to get this. So I bought it for 99 cents. And then literally the night before Thanksgiving, it went on to Amazon Prime. I'm like, that 99 cents, I want it back.
No, it's worth 99 cents.
It's easily worth, yeah.
It's worth 99 cents. At the end of it, you're like, do I love this? Do I hate it? I don't. I'm confused about my feelings.
I think that
It's all the things.
90% of the time we spent looking at each other like, what is happening?
It's easily the best thing Ludacris has ever done.
Including the Fast and Furious movies.
Including his rap career. And I'm a Luda fan, but man, he can do no wrong.
I mean, he was working. Like, he was committed.
Oh,
He
yeah,
was all
for
in
sure,
for that.
For sure.
He didn't phone it in.
Well, I had
No.
no idea it was a whatever Hallmark / Lifetime / whatever movie. And I'm like, this is like one of those Hallmark movies with weird Muppets in it. She's like, that's what it is. I was like, oh. Well, that makes sense.
I'm like, yes, it was originally like produced by like Lifetime.
Or whatever. Yeah, one of them.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
And the dad's kind of a thirst trap. And you're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
why? Like, what is happening?
For sure. A little snacky snack.
I didn't realize that was Mary Steenburgen.
Oh, you didn't realize that's who that was?
No, she looks so different. Because
she's in every movie.
Yeah. It
Like
took
every movie that comes out, she's
Oh,
in.
yeah. I just made Tom watch. What's the one from the 80s that I made you watch with the angel?
Michael.
One Magic Christmas
I didn't see that
on
one.
Disney Plus. Oh, it's really intense and
Oh my-
sad.
it's really
God.
intense. It takes a lot of turns.
Takes a lot of turns. Like, Christmas movies in the 80s were like super emotional.
Well, speaking of her, I mean, Michael's never seen Elf
No.
somehow.
What?
So
Comedy.
I don't really understand. And
Oh,
this
yeah,
is-
you're gonna hate
this
it,
is an
Michael.
issue.
You're gonna hate
No,
it.
I'm gonna make him watch it. It's definitely
He's gonna hate it.
on the list to watch because we are going to start our movie. The
We already
problem
did.
is, well,
We watched White Christmas.
yes, that's true.
Oh, my fave.
The big problem is that we are so wrapped up in this Lost.
Yeah, we're in
rewatch.
season 5, so
Yeah, we're flying through that it's been hard to like. Even the other night, he's like, "Do you want to do Lost or a Christmas movie?" I'm like, "I want to get through Lost."
Yeah, see, that's why I told Tom we couldn't start until after Christmas.
Good call.
And everyone thought I was crazy.
No, it's a good call. It was the right move because now we haven't started Christmas movies because of it.
Yeah.
We're close
goodness.
though. We're close.
We did watch Charlie Brown Thanksgiving as well.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't like that much. I don't know. That was not one of the classic ones to me. First of all, not everybody's in it.
Yeah.
There's like 5 of the kids in it, and that's about it. Like, oh. I mean, I remember that one, but not as well as obviously Christmas or the camp one I used to watch a lot.
What about the Halloween one?
Oh, yeah, Halloween. I forgot about that
Great
one.
Pumpkin,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All those are all good.
Yeah. How was your holiday?
It was good. It was busy. Like Sunday night, I just looked at Tom and I was like, I'm exhausted. Like we did something basically every day. And I feel like we drank a lot. We Zoomed a lot with people.
Mm.
I was really impressed though, because with as much as I ate and drank, I guess I kept active enough because I had lost 6 pounds before the holiday and I didn't lose any more, but I didn't gain any back. So
Oh, nice.
yay me.
Nice. Yeah.
You know how hard it is to be in the same room as someone who's working out and you're just sitting there like watching them work out and the television at the same time. The guilt starts to pile up real quick.
We had a vegan Thanksgiving.
Oh gosh,
I saw it looked awful.
It actually was not terrible.
It was good.
It was not terrible. I mean, I don't know if I'd say like it was the best like Thanksgiving meal I've ever had, like, you know, because it was missing the like, you know, like real stuffing. Like that cranberry stuffing that was inside of it wasn't the best.
No, we
stuffing
should have
for
bought
sure.
some stuffing.
Yeah, I mean, like it wasn't, but it also wasn't like turducken or not turducken. What's the
Tofurkey.
Tofurkey? Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't like that. It was actually pretty good.
I feel like even our stuffing had meat in it because we do like
Sausage stuffing.
sausage stuffing.
But we also bought like, I mean, I smother everything in gravy.
We bought mushroom gravy.
So, I mean, part of the issue for me is that like it doesn't really matter what's underneath the gravy as long as there's tons and tons of gravy on it. So
That's a good metaphor for life.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. No, we had 2 Thanksgivings because Tom's family did a virtual Zoom Thanksgiving. So Tom drove around to all the houses and exchanged food. So each like family made a dish, like you normally would for Thanksgiving. One made the turkey, the stuffing, Who's-Its. Then Tom drove around, delivered it all, and then we did it over Zoom.
Yep.
Which was good. And then we went to my brother's because they've been in our bubble the whole time. So we weren't worried about going over there. Considering our nephew was just spending the night, what was that, a couple weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
So we went over and saw him. He sent me a threatening video that he wanted me to bring my dog over.
I saw that video.
That's pretty cute.
It was very adorable. The big cheeks. It was funny because it wasn't like, Aunt Diana, come over and bring Archie with you. It was, Aunt Diana, bring Archie.
Not even that.
Like,
he calls me
cares?
Diana
Yeah.
and calls Tom Uncle Tom. It's like I'm like the random girl he's dating, and I'm the actual aunt.
Yeah,
Like I'm his
Oh,
blood
man.
relative.
It's like
and,
just-
and it's Uncle Tom and just Diana.
and it wasn't like in a like I want you to come. It was just all about the dog. In the video. It was
He's
like-
obsessed with our
It was
dog.
like Diana, bring Archie
Yeah, it was
over.
very serious. It was adorable. His cheeks. I would just every single time you post anything that has him in it, I just want to like grab them and like
He's so
smush
bossy. So
them.
yeah, that was good. And yeah, we ate and got rid of a bunch of beer in our fridge.
We
and
did.
yeah,
Nice.
that was basically our Thanksgiving
Sounds good.
weekend. We went to Hershey Park, but I think Tom's going to talk about that a little later. So
Oh.
I will save that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you drive the
good.
Hershey Highway there?
No.
Oh, Michael.
Just no.
I don't even. I'm missing something. I don't know what I missed.
He's being gross.
Oh. Okay. Anyway,
Being gross.
moving on. Most of the rest of the stuff that we did during the weekend will get talked about in other segments of like, you know, when I
Yes,
talk
yeah.
about what I'm running for. And Michael talks about what we're
Yeah.
running for and stuff. So,
But before we get there,
Oh, we got a ding, ding, ding.
5-star review.
Yes, we do. So, of course, as we all know, 5-star reviews get Tom running 5 miles. We appreciate them all. So this week is from the Run, Eat, Drink podcast, giving us community in 2020. Thank you for your show, laughter, support of other runners, no matter how slow like me, and inspiration. And thank you for your show because I enjoy it and it makes me very hungry
Yes,
because they
if
talk
you ha-
about food. So
If you haven't checked out their podcast, you should definitely check out the Run, Eat, Drink podcast.
Yeah, you ran 5 miles for them already, haven't you?
I did.
look
Yeah,
at that. We're ahead of the game.
he's all caught up.
You might
And
have-
I was chatting with a friend last night that was catching up on our podcast, and he was like, I want my 5 miles. Are you still doing that? And I'm like, yeah, leave a review. I was like, if you leave it
I
right
want
now,
my
it'll show up
5
tomorrow,
miles.
and we'll read it when we record. And then he just started doing something else. So it is what it is.
That story is the essence of our podcast. I was gonna do that, but I started doing
Started
something.
doing something else.
Yes, we're just fabulous, guys. Thanks for your support. We love you.
Absolutely. So, guys, what are we running for this week?
Let's see. So I'm running for so Zed's, our local brewery right down the street. They're still open outdoors, obviously, a little bit of indoors, but mostly outdoors. And so for the cooler months, they've added s'mores to their menu. So now you get a little tray, a little what is
The Sterno.
a little Sterno can, and you heat up your marshmallow and put your s'mores together and make it right there fresh while you're drinking beer, and it's like perfect.
Yeah, we went over there on Sunday, I think it was. And we were just going to pick up some beer, and he was like, oh, we should get some s'mores. I was like, yes, sounds like a plan.
S'mores and beer at Zed's in good old Marlton, New Jersey.
I am running for pie. Lots and lots of pie. I would say in the last 2 weeks, we've eaten like 5 pies, maybe
Oh my God.
even less than 2 weeks. I don't know. But on Thanksgiving Day, we went and got a pie cakein from Carlo's Bakery, which is a pecan pie with like a frosting in between, then a pumpkin pie, and then the same frosting, and then a spiced apple cake on top of it.
All in
my
one
And
God.
it's
slice.
all in one slice. And it's like, it's basically you take a pumpkin pie, put it on top of a pecan pie, take a cake and put it on top of that, and then you slice it into. So we got a big slice of that.
Oh my
And
god,
then-
I'm so jealous.
Prior to that, we had eaten a pecan pie, like the whole pecan pie. We'd eaten a whole pumpkin pie. And then I think we've had other pies, but then we were out of pie on Sunday, and I was in the bathroom like, oh, I should go get myself some coffee and some pie, and then I panicked because I realized we were out of pie.
Erin, I often think of pie in the bathroom.
I was doing my hair.
Yeah, sure. Me too.
Oh my god. Anyway.
Anyhow.
Oh God, we've had a lot of pie. We went to Sugar Bakers, which is a bakery over in Catonsville, Maryland. We actually got our wedding cake from there, and I've never ordered just random other things from there. And I swear to God, it was the best pie I've ever had in my life. So we got a pie and a cheesecake. It was a caramel walnut apple pie. It was
Wow.
so freaking good. And then we did a pumpkin cheesecake, and I was like, these
Ooh,
are the two
pumpkin
best desserts I've
cheesecake.
ever had.
I would have loved to have pumpkin cheesecake.
Yeah.
So we went that day and went and got more pie.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Like, luckily I came out and I said it to him. I'm like, we're out of pie. And he's like, let's go get more. And we immediately left and got pie.
The little
So now we
farm
have
down
sweet
the
potato
road.
pie.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Well, continuing the streak of eating and drinking everything, I'm going to probably through all of December be running for our Advent calendar. So we picked up a Reese's Advent calendar, which alternates between wait, I was pronouncing it wrong. Reese's Pieces.
That one's for you, Frumpa.
There you go.
Oh my
I
God.
was eating some Reese Pieces earlier.
Reese Pieces.
Reese Pieces. So it alternates between those and Reese Cups, right? Is that what's in that thing? Yep. So we've got
Yeah.
that. And then Tom and I actually made a beer advent calendar.
Oh.
So tonight's is Flying Dog, which is local here in Maryland, although I think I have it most places. And it's an apple pie blonde ale. So we got all like either Christmas beers and made our own 6-pack or made 4 of our own 6-packs for a full advent calendar. So we have a different beer for every night in December. And then even Archie the Rescue Mutt, he's got his own advent calendar filled with jerky.
That's funny because I just bought a cat advent calendar and it didn't come for the 1st of December, and I'm very upset.
Yeah, unacceptable. Archie's very excited about his jerky this
Oh
evening.
my
Yes,
God.
he is.
Well,
So
hopefully the cats will get there soon.
I'm running for what I'll call the post-Thanksgiving slump.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of food. And then this one was, I mean, obviously this year is kind of weird. And Thanksgiving is one of those holidays where I would typically see a lot of friends, get together with people that are from out of town. And we were able to do some of that via Zoom. You know, I talked to people that I haven't talked to in months. So that, you know, not to be depressing, but that just made me kind of sad that, you know, obviously we couldn't get together like we wanted to, and we'll do that next year. But, you know, that kind of put me in a funk. And then you couple that with a ton of food, you know, and I kind of just need to get back into, you know, a running routine where that's just part of every day and, you know, build it back in. So yeah, I'm just kind of running to get out of that funk, especially now that it's getting colder.
Yeah. Dark early.
Yeah. And I know we don't talk much about COVID, but our gym that we have access to, they're requiring you to wear masks while on the machines. And I am not by any means anti-mask, but I do hate it on a machine, and I'd much rather run outside.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now it's cold, and I'm like, so what's the lesser of two evils? Go inside and wear a mask, or be cold outside, and now it's dark at 4:30 p.m. Like everything,
Yeah.
it's just coupled.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I'll get through it. But
I
I'm
hear
running
that.
to get out of this funk.
And we left you at home when we did our girls' run on Saturday, so you were kind of sad about that.
Aw.
Yes, I was.
You got left behind.
Yeah.
Girls just want to have fun.
New Jersey's always required the masks on the actual machines, which is why even though we have a like little gym at the apartment here, I haven't myself been able to go down there because I can't imagine. And again, I think if you can, you should, but I personally, that it's my choice just not to go down there. Because
Just avoid the gym. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this time of year, it's certainly tough because it just gets dark so early. You know, even when it's not like super cold out or anything, it's just dark so early. It's like, ugh.
And it's colder, and there's going to be kind of icy patches, and you know how I feel about slipping and falling. So, like, I could do it early in the morning, and then there's ice, or I could wait. The whole thing is just complicated, but we'll move past. We'll move past.
Yeah. I don't know. I think we were considering taking off most of December anyway. So I don't know. See what happens.
Yeah,
we may be in the slump with you.
I mean, honestly, we haven't run. We ran the Turkey Trot, and you know, we'll get to the actual race. We ran the race on my birthday, which was November 22nd. We took off 4 days. We ran the Turkey Trot on Thanksgiving, and then we haven't done anything since. I mean, we went for a hike, but it was 45-minute miles. So it's still like we were moving very fast.
Yeah, we also
it's very leisurely.
We did run 40-mile race.
Well, I know. I'm just saying that in the last
It wasn't a 10K.
10 days, 11 days?
Yeah.
11 days.
No, it's been
We've
less,
run like 7 miles total.
Yeah, since then.
Well, I'm sorry. We've ran and hiked 7 miles total.
Yeah.
So we're not planning. We're not really moving either.
Yeah, we're in the post Thanksgiving slump.
We're in the slump too. I feel you.
And we'll get out of it.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
we do have a few things coming up.
Mm-hmm.
We are registered for a Surfing Santa 5-miler, which was an in-person race down in Virginia Beach through J&A Racing, where you finish the race on the boardwalk running through the lights. And that just went virtual today.
Yeah.
So we're trying to figure out what our plan is going to be. Do we still go down because the course is marked, but it's just not supported and the roads aren't closed, So we're trying to just pivot on that. We'll do something, to kind of keep that alive. But
yeah, because you had mentioned
we were
that.
Definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah, you had mentioned that the last time because you guys were planning to go to Busch Gardens, right?
Yeah, I think we're still going to go down there, but now we're debating on, do we just do 2 nights in Busch Gardens and then do the race in Williamsburg somewhere? Or so I don't know. We're figuring what we're going to do. We're going to run 5 miles. I'd prefer to do it there, but I mean, we can always wait till next year and do it down there too. So
yeah.
We'll figure it out.
After the 50K, right? Tom's like, we're back to this again. I'm never letting it go.
And then you guys have Christmas in the Pines.
All right. Yeah. Christmas in the Pines is just a 4-mile trail race in South Jersey. I don't know. Obviously, like everything, it's up in the air right now. So we'll see what happens. But actually a short race we are signed up for, and we did the giveaway with it.
Yeah. And Naked Nick, we were signed up for in PA, and that one got postponed. So we replaced it with a race called the MCW Winter Wonderland 5K2 Marathon. It's actually like a weird choose your own adventure kind of race.
Yeah.
There's like no course specifically. You can run anywhere between a 5K and a marathon distance, and you show up to the race at like 8:00 in the morning, and they give you a map that has checkpoints. And if you're running the marathon distance, you have to hit all 10 checkpoints, but it doesn't matter like when you hit them. You just have to make sure you reach all 10 checkpoints.
And you wrap a piece of tape around your finger as you get to the checkpoint.
Yeah. So
This whole thing sounds awful.
So there's
It's
no like
self-supported.
it's actually kind of fun because it's basically a map of the park, and you just run wherever you want and however. It's like it's a free course.
I think
Here's
it
the
sounds
thing.
fun.
If someone hands me a map, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not even sure if I would know how to use it.
Yeah, seriously, Lewis and Clark over here is going to get lost immediately.
I literally would not know where to go without the map talking to me.
Oh my God.
That's hilarious. No, I don't know. It's like, again, on the map, they like mark where you have 10 places you have to like check in with them, and that's the race. So it's an interesting one. It's different. And we thought that sounded fun. And it was the same day as the one that got postponed. So we decided that was what we were going to choose our own adventure. And I think we're just doing a half marathon.
Yeah, we signed up for only the half.
We're going to do just the half.
Get at it, friends.
Yes,
Yeah.
just a half. We thought it would be a fun race to like take the place of the other one where we didn't have to worry too much. It's nice. Take it easy, throw on a vest, run the trails a little bit. Be a good time.
Yeah, and I thought that the choose your own adventure thing sounded kind of interesting.
And it's only 30 people, so.
Yeah, it's a super small race.
And since it's self-supported, it's very
supports,
likely.
a clean water organization that,
because it's at a reservoir, so.
Yeah.
Neat. And then trying to think, what else do we have? Oh, we have Holiday Hustle, which is up in Blair, Maryland.
Bel Air.
Blair, Maryland.
Oh boy.
That's just a Baltimore thing. That's not a Diana can't read thing.
It's not like pillow or milk.
Yeah, it's not like milk, but like people like it's the Baltimore accent thing. Like you go down to the ocean, drink some natty bows there on Bel Air Road. It's a little bit of that. So we're gonna do that, and it's still happening in person. Hasn't gotten canceled, but you did have to sign up 4 specific waves.
Okay.
And the in-person event is sold out, but I'm not sure how many spaces there were. So it was like every 15 minutes you had to sign up for a specific time. So we registered for kind of a late morning one because we thought we would go up there and then go to a couple breweries after. So we wanted to make sure we didn't go too early, so stuff would be open when we finish. So hopefully that happens. We'll keep you guys posted.
Okay. Fun. All right. Community news, right? So we have, as you all know, the Inside the Runner Studio. This week we released Greg from Orlando. If you missed that.
Oh, inspiring. I just love him.
Yeah. If you missed that, make sure you go back and check that out. And if you want to be featured on one of our Inside the Runner Studios, be sure to just email us or send us a message on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
willrunforpodcast@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, this is Fun Size Jen from the Washington, D.C. area. This year, I'm running for the Holiday Fun. Now, here's what's happening in the Will Run For community.
As usual, we had a lot of people engaging with us on social media. We love seeing your photos. We love seeing how everyone's doing. It helps motivate us. Kind of gets us out of these slumps when we get to see you guys out there doing what you're doing. Christmas in the Pines giveaway. We did that. We announced that last week that we were doing that giveaway. We had some entries into it. And last night we gave away an entry to Robert and Stacy. So that was fun and exciting. Both of them were very appreciative. Stacy told me I made her night. I was very excited.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yay.
nice.
Yeah.
Yay, free things.
Yep. Susanna is doing a holiday run streak. So from Thanksgiving to New Year, she'll be running every single day. She ran a 10K turkey trot and a Boston virtual half marathon to start her streak.
Wow.
It's a good start right there. That's
Yeah,
a healthy
she
start.
she takes everything seriously. Does
Yeah.
nothing lightly.
Jennifer Hall was out there running on the trails. Nicole and Ryan ran their own turkey trot, and afterwards she got the Chick-fil-A peppermint milkshake that Diana suggested.
Get at it.
Mark and Megan ran Space Coast half marathon this past weekend. Kathy was running for extra stuffing.
Yes.
Feel that one. Jamie ran a turkey trot and got a race 5K PR. So
Awesome.
go, Jamie. Run, Eat, Drink podcast ran a turkey trot while they were live streaming on their Instagram, and I got to chat with them for a little bit. Anna Runs and Coffee ran a super fast 5K for her Thanksgiving turkey trot on a treadmill. Laura had some really great advice for us this past weekend when she said, life is full of events you can't control, but don't quit. And then she mentioned she took a quick break, but was back out there running a 17K long run to get it done. So I agree with that, Laura. Sometimes you can't control life, but you just got to keep going. Melissa was out there running for peppermint mocha lattes. And that's what we've got this week. If we missed anything, the usual. We love you. Please keep sharing. Please keep sending us what you're doing. We'll try and catch it all. We definitely get to story a lot of it as much as we can. So if we miss it on the podcast, you can always find it on our Instagram. But keep tagging us at Will Run For Podcast, and we can cheer you on.
Awesome. I wonder if Melissa orders her peppermint mocha all crazy like we do.
I don't know. Melissa, do you order your peppermint mochas all crazy? We'll see what she says.
Yeah, we'll have to hear. I ordered one after our turkey trot on Thursday, and Tom was audibly annoyed with me by how I ordered it. Also, the guy thought I said 10 shots of mocha.
Oh my God.
I saw it on the screen, and I was like, wait. 1 shot of mocha. And he was like, oh, I just thought it was Thanksgiving and I just wanted you to live your life.
That's exactly what he said. He was like, I thought you were just going for it.
He's like, I thought you were just doing this because it's Thanksgiving.
Could you imagine 10 shots of mocha? Oh my God.
That's basically the whole cup.
It would be the whole
Holy
cup.
jeez.
Oh my gosh.
So
That's
there was
great.
that. I ordered extra hot. I want what I either got almond milk or skim milk. It was a whole ordeal.
Well, ours are always like that too, though, because he always gets coconut milk. I always get almond milk. We always half the pumps. We always change something. We get no whip. We don't.
Yeah, it's like a whole thing.
It's like a whole thing.
Yeah, I only do an app order now, so I'm not like having to say it. So there's that.
That's true. We do the mobile order a lot for that reason.
Just easier.
Easier.
Yeah, then you don't see on your screen 10 shots of mocha.
Well, yeah. Good thing you caught that.
I was like,
would have been
sir,
amazing.
excuse me, sir.
10 shots.
Oh my gosh.
That's the name of this episode, 10 shots of mocha.
Not bad.
Oh my god.
All right, so I guess we're moving into our main segment, which for this go around, we just want to talk about some races that we've done.
Yeah.
And we're going to start with you guys because your race was much, much bigger than our turkey trots. So tell us a little bit about the Labor Pains 10-hour race.
Well, to start, just going back real quick, we ran that weekend our 50 miles, 52 miles apiece
for the
Cystic Fibrosis charity.
Yeah.
Oh, so proud of you guys.
So on Friday, we ran 6.5 miles. And then on Saturday, walked 6.5 miles. Friday, we ran most of it. And then Saturday, we walked.
Since we had a 10-hour race on Sunday.
So that we had 12 or 13 miles in the bank going in because I guess it was 53 miles each that we had to run.
No, it was 52, but we weren't sure just in case the course, because it's a trail race. So in case it didn't come out exactly at 4 miles a loop, and, just so we had a little extra in the bank to be safe.
Okay. I don't remember why we did that because
But
I had
the
said that
guy
I wanted to.
it.
Yeah, and I had said that I wanted to run 39 miles, so I guess that's where we came up with
but we
should
couldn't really run 39 or we would have been in the middle of the course.
That's true. So it was 39 plus 1 for good luck.
Yes. So we got 53 in Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
We were a little concerned the week before because some new restrictions had started, but everything went off without a hitch, and
we saw Michelle.
We saw our friend Crazy Runner Michelle, who was on a previous Inside the Runner studio. She was her plan was to do the marathon distance and then turn around. So this specific race is normally a 12-hour race on Labor Day, and it is normally a 5-mile course, but they had to change locations to French Creek Park because of the restrictions that Reading, PA was putting on where their old location was. So this was changed to a 4-mile loop course. The 1 mile mark, there was a turnaround if you were going to do the marathon distance.
Oh, yeah.
And then there was a 50K turnaround to do the 50K. And then there was a one for the 50 mile because the course was only 4 miles. So you had your options of if you wanted to turn around
do a specific
distance.
Oh, that's cool.
That you could do that. So
he measured it out with a wheel so that it was actually those distances and it was actually dead on.
I think that was just because he wanted to make sure that it was exactly because people on the GPS, the problem with trail races, and this happened at Rock in the Knob, this happens anytime there's really thick trees or a lot of elevation. Your GPS just can't register quite exactly what you're doing. If the trees are thick, if you're not getting service, if there's all kinds of GPS issues. So every time we do a trail race, our watches are off, not only from the race, but from each other. Like we never have the same distances on our watches because it's just the nature of the trails.
Well, yeah, and that happens. I mean, I'm sure it happens more in trail races, but that
too.
happens in road races all the time.
Yeah,
it's happens. Like you're weaving, you're running it like,
or you're in a city.
Yeah, you're in a city or a building.
Road races tend to be longer because of tangents, because they measure tangents on road races versus in order to certify. So they take the shortest possible distance in road races. So when you don't obviously follow the shortest possible distance in a road race, the trail, I feel like no matter what you do because of the GPS and the trails, there's just no way.
I feel like we were just talking about this, weren't we, with the Games We Grew Up podcast? Because we did a Zoom happy hour with them on Wednesday, and we were literally talking about how courses were measured because we were doing an argument about it.
Oh,
I was like, I felt like I had deja vu. I was like, weren't we just talking about this?
Oh my God,
with,
that's
like,
amazing.
That's so funny.
Katie and Chris and Kimbry? Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. So yes, so this was a 4-mile course, even though my watch did not say that I hit 40 miles.
But after the whole day, we were only half a mile short or so. So it wasn't like crazy short.
Yeah, it wasn't crazy short.
It wasn't a big deal. But regardless.
Irregardless.
Every single time he says regardless now, I say that, Diana, just for you.
So 4-mile course, you did 10 laps. Loops?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So our plan was we had to get to obviously the 39, 40 miles because of the charity thing. And then obviously we wanted to do the 39 for Erin's 39th birthday that day. So we started out pretty conservatively and, we just, ran our race and kind of felt pretty good through 20 some miles, through like 6 laps, I would say. We felt pretty good.
I'm actually pretty impressed because a lot of times when people run for their birthday, they move that decimal point and you did not.
Well, that is
people will run like 3.7 miles or like 4 miles.
That's what I've done in the past. Yes, I've moved the decimal. So this is the first time, but I felt like this is my last year in my 30s. I wanted to go big.
Yep, get at it.
So, so the way that this course was set up too was there was the parking area was literally
Right
where
the
start and finish line were. Everything was close.
That's nice.
So we were, 100 feet from the car.
Yeah.
We weren't very far from the car. So we were able to, on some of our loops, go back to the car.
Yeah, we didn't stop every lap. We tried to
I think we only went to the car twice, right?
Yeah, we did eventually. Michelle's little tent was set up right on the course, so we moved like a gallon of water there. And then we used the aid station too. But like we didn't wear a vest or anything. We were just carrying. I didn't even carry anything actually.
Yeah.
I only drank when I came around each loop.
I carried some water in my vest just because I was a little thirsty and I wanted to make sure I stayed hydrated. It was chilly in the morning. I had shorts and a short sleeve. He had shorts and a short sleeve on also through most of the day. There was no sun. It was
like a gray November day.
Kind of cold to be wearing that some of the time, but too hot to be wearing anything more. It was like that weird temperature where it's you're hot and you're cold, you're hot and you're cold, you're hot and you're cold. Like there's no winning. You put a pair of gloves on, you're hot. You take the pair of gloves off, your hands are cold. So the temperature regulation thing was kind of annoying, but I think that was the only thing that really bothered me during the race was that I couldn't regulate my temperature.
I turned my ankle on the first lap.
Oh my God.
Halfway through it, I think.
Yep.
Right? It was the first lap.
If I was there, it would have been both those things. It would have been me complaining about how I did not dress properly and then also turning my ankle.
I don't even know that there was a dressing properly for this. I think that was
that just
that
in
part of that
between
problem
where you get hot, cold,
where it was just like there was no proper way to dress. So, but it was 50% paved, 50% trail.
Mm-hmm.
So it was about 2 miles was paved. So you started out on a paved road and then you ducked into the trail for 2 miles and then you came back out. You were on some gravel and then you were on pavement for probably about a mile, just over a mile and a quarter, probably for the end part. So in the trail sections, it was a little up and down. There were some stairs that you had to go down every single time. There was 2 sections of stairs and then one downhill section that had a lot of tree roots.
Yeah.
So we chose not to run a lot of those sections. So our trail sections were pretty slow, but the pavement actually worked out to our advantage because we were able to make up a little bit of the time on the pavement because we were running. Once we got to the pavement, we were usually able to get ourselves back down into the 11s.
Yeah.
So we made up some time on that. The aid stations were great. They had prepackaged food. They had all the cups already like poured and out, and there was no one standing like around them, like where they had the cups set out. So they had Tailwind and Coke and orange soda and water. And then they had prepackaged potato chips, prepackaged pretzels, candy. And then they were making veggie burgers, grilled cheeses, and then wrapping them in foil. So everything was made fresh and then packaged. So you would just grab one thing. It wasn't like normally the ultra aid stations are like those big foil things that like they cut the grilled cheese in half and they just stick it in there and then everyone puts their hands in and grabs at them. So
that's how you build up your immune system. Yeah. Lick 'em.
Looking back at some of the aid stations that I've put my hands in pre-COVID, like
I've taken like Twizzlers
gross.
from strangers on the street in Baltimore. Like it's disgusting. Like in their bare hands. And I'm like, I'm going to take that Twizzler and stick it right in my mouth.
Have you ever seen the big pictures of the buffet stations though, Diana? Where like you're sweating and you're like everyone like who's running is just sticking their hands in the like potatoes, like the salted hot potatoes and stuff.
Running does things to you. Gross. Like your judgment is just clouded.
No judgment
like,
whatsoever.
You don't care.
I don't even know why cranky. I never thought about it. And then the more like everything happened this year, I was like, oh wow, that really is kind of gross now that I think about it. So everything was prepackaged. They would make it, they would wrap it in foil, and then you could just grab the pre-foiled. So I ate probably 7 grilled cheeses.
My God.
That sounds amazing.
I had 2 veggie burgers during the run.
I think I had maybe 4 or 5 grilled cheeses, and then I grabbed a grilled cheese at the end to take home with me.
I had a 3rd veggie burger after we finished.
Yeah. They were working for my stomach. I ate the grilled cheese thinking there's no way this is going to go well, but we weren't running that fast at that point. And we were kind of walking to a certain point each loop. So like when we came out of the loop, we would walk for a little while. So I thought, well, let
food settle and stuff.
Let me see how this works, this loop. And it worked. So I just kept eating grilled cheeses.
Yeah. So basically we did well first 6 loops. Then we kind of like hit a weird wall.
I didn't hit a weird wall.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
All right.
I don't even know what he's talking about. So
tell me about your wall, Michael.
It was just mostly mental.
Yeah.
I was just like, kind of over it. You know, between 24 and like 30. I was like, not really feeling it. And then we got to, 36? And I was like, well, actually, when we got to 32, I was like, we just have 2 laps left. We'll just finish it. Yeah, we'll be good. And we started to look at the time.
No, I looked at the time. This is where I think I got a little cranky because in my head, I had looked at the time and I thought that we were doing well enough that we could sub 9 it at that point. And so I think, not that I think he'd given up, but I think because of that mental wall he had up to 32, I think that we really slowed down in that second to last lap even more. And I think it was just because he knew we were going to finish. And to him, that was just sort of the end.
I think it was the 3rd to last.
No, it was the second to last lap that I said it to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was in the second to last lap that I was like, wow, like we've slowed down a lot. And he was like, well, it's not that big a deal. I said, well, we were close to a sub 9. And I shouldn't have said that because the second I said that, because at that point I thought that there was no way we're getting to the sub 9 because he had slowed down so much. And then all of a sudden I mentioned a sub 9 and he's like, all right, let's run fast. So we did like an hour and like, I don't know, 8-minute second to last lap. And then we did our second fastest lap as our last lap because he was like, we had to make up time for that slow lap. So we did a 52-minute. We went from a 1 hour and 8 minute to a 52-minute lap as our last lap.
Finish strong.
Yeah, and we ran it out pretty good. We only walked a few little sections, and then I started running the downhills pretty hard on the road, especially because we could make up a lot of time there. So I think we finished at 8:53 and change, something like that.
That's amazing.
8 hours and 53 minutes.
I still say that's amazing.
So yeah, it was fun. I think that they did a really good job putting the race together.
Yeah.
Pretzel City Sports, who will tag in this, they have a ton of area races. They're actually not even on like run signups or any of those kinds of like websites where you can search them out. You kind of just got to know Pretzel City Sports, which in this area they're pretty well known. I've always wanted to do labor pains. I was pretty excited that I finally got to do it, even though it wasn't the traditional way of doing it.
It was a lot easier when it was cool out. I know that.
Yeah, that's true. And it didn't have the same elevation that the other race does, because Michelle was telling us that one has like one crazy uphill at the very end. And I think it's like 400 feet per loop. So overall, it ends up being a pretty hefty elevation. So we didn't have to deal with that, at least.
This whole thing, like, I've been in such good running spirits. Like, you guys were all talking about how you have like your post Thanksgiving, you're not feeling it. And I didn't want to jump in to be like, I actually have been feeling really good. I've been doing speed work and stuff. I was like, maybe in my head, I wasn't going to say it out loud. I was like, maybe I could do some of this. And then this whole description of what you just went through just talked me out of it again. Like, I was keeping it to myself. And now I'm just like, that sounds miserable.
At the beginning, I thought maybe my legs are just numb. It was cold. Like, I had shorts on because it's a race. I didn't want to get hot. I don't know. The whole hot cold thing was weird. But at some point my legs were cold and I was running still running pretty well. And I just kept thinking to myself, my legs must just be cold and numb because I wasn't feeling anything. It was very bizarre. Like, I mean, it was probably, and we've had this conversation since then, just between the two of us, it was the best race either of us have had in 2020. I have for sure been lacking confidence. We did that marathon, the virtual marathon, and at mile 22 everything was awful and I hated running and I never wanted to do it again. And I was really upset because I was thinking to myself, like, I'm never going to be able to get back to the distances that I was doing. Like, I'm at mile 22, everything hurts, I don't even want to be moving anymore. And I had to really had to force myself to continue walking that. Like, I just wanted to stop in the middle of the trail and never move again. So going into this race, I have to say I wasn't feeling very positive, which is hard mentality to go into any race, not feeling positive. Mm-hmm. So I feel like this was definitely for me a much larger confidence boost and I think I needed that because I think 2020 has been hard and I really wondered if I was ever going to be able to run any real distance again. And I know Michael has said that this was the same for him. Like, he felt really good during this race.
Yeah, it felt good that I was able to run at the end. You know?
Well, it sounded terrible.
You don't like running fast on mile 40 after everything?
I will say, when you guys posted the video, or Michael, you were, I guess, live streaming or something at the end, you did look very strong. Like, you looked good at the end.
No, I felt really good. Like, everything felt good. It was like running in the beginning. Like, my feet were obviously a little sore. I mean, just the nature of the beast. But as far as like running legs and all that kind of stuff, winded or anything, no. Like, ate plenty of food, drank plenty of water, and just felt really good.
That's awesome. Anything else about labor pains?
No, it was just really nice race, really well run.
There was a Pope. Cardinal.
Yeah, the Pope was there. The Pope ran. A cardinal ran, whatever he was. And he finished 40 miles in the damn costume.
Yeah. I mean, like, the full robe.
Like through the woods with robes on.
This thing is blowing because it was like 10 to 12-mile-an-hour winds a lot of the
Yeah.
time. So this thing is blowing all around. We passed him a few times. He passed us a few times.
Back and forth,
We're
yeah.
watching this thing blow all around. I'm like annoyed at like having gloves that I'm holding like off and on because I keep having to take them off. And I'm watching this thing blow. I'm like, and he has the full like cardinal hat on and everything, like the big tall
40
cardinal.
miles.
40 miles.
with it.
I'm like, I can't even imagine running in that.
Bless his heart.
Yeah, like that was amazing. I was like, my God.
Yeah, I
He
just
killed
wanted to give a shout out to the Cardinal. Maybe he'll listen to our podcast when I post it on
maybe
the
he
Pretzel City Run group.
Yeah, that was awesome. It was awesome to see that. Like he just,
Yeah.
you know, a lot of people were out there just enjoying it, doing whatever distance they were doing. And
I do highly recommend the Pretzel City Run runs if you are in this area.
All right, well, gobble gobble. Let's talk about turkey trots.
mm-hmm.
Oh, turkey trots. I will say one thing about our turkey trot before I get into the actual race. Afterwards, I washed my sparkle skirt and then wasn't thinking and put it in the dryer,
Oh,
no.
which seems fine, right? You're like, oh, it's going to lose a couple of those sequins. They are impossible to get off of other clothing. You have to individually pick each piece of glitter off of the, like, I'm still finding it places. Like my huge men's sweatpants that I buy at Walmart to go over my running pants when I walk up to the fitness center had like 30 of them stuck on the inside.
What color were you wearing? Or is it the orange one?
Oh, it's
Just
orange.
the bright orange
They're
one?
everywhere.
Yeah. I did that with the hot pink one. The like the fuchsia colored one. I did that accidentally with the fuchsia one. So yes.
No. And you can't even use like a roller. Like I tried to use one of like the lint rollers, the sticky ones. Nope, didn't work on. Nope,
Oh,
you have to pick individual pieces of glitter off. So I've been doing that for days.
Yeah, and it's also on my stuff.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Oh my God.
So that was good. But our turkey trot actually went really well. We did not look at the weather when we woke up. We just assumed it was regular turkey trot weather.
It was not.
No, it was like 60 degrees. Both of us overdressed. So we were really hot and kind of miserable, but didn't like feel bad.
No. And actually, that run was one of the better runs from how you feel during the run that I ran in months.
Oh, well, that's good.
It's like that one, and then I guess last Sunday or something we ran a 10K with some friends. I don't know, these last two runs, and it's not long distances, but I felt incredibly good. Like
That's good.
You pick your head up, you put your eyes forward, you got good posture, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but they both felt really good. And this turkey trot felt really good when we did it.
I feel like I've seen a few of your times have been coming down a little bit, Tom, too. Looks. Have you been running a little faster?
We'll see. I'm definitely coming to the realization, which I know, but if I do a ultra, I'm going to have to drop weight. I'm going to definitely have to cut some weight because that's just a lot of wear and tear on the bones.
Yeah.
And it is what it is, like I know people do ultras in every shape and size, but like for me, I think that's definitely going to have to be a part of it. If I commit to something like that, but the turkey trot was good. Turkey trot was really fun.
Ours was similar. Like we walked out and it was like 60 degrees and super humid. And
it was humid,
sweaty, and my legs were completely dead. I was still dead from Sunday. So I started running fast the first mile, and then the second mile, I was like, boy, this sucks. My legs are really sore. So
we were super annoyed with you because you posted after your turkey trot. You were like, I was pretty slow. I took it easy.
I yell at
and
him
we
for
like
this
saw your
regularly.
pace and then did the math. And Tom was like cursing you. He was like, F him.
I say this to him regularly. I'm like, you talk about like you're like taking it easy or being slow, and those are people's like fast paces. You got to be careful the way you say things.
This is all Karate's fault with his damn 20 mile or the 7:30 pace.
Yeah, and then there's people like Karate Chop who are like
Flying.
like, oh, I ran slow, and they're like slow is like an 8 something.
We're just kidding. We love you, but we were like, oh my God, that's slow. We were like, wait, do the math on that really quick.
Yeah.
Well, my middle mile was definitely slow. Like it was close to a 10-minute middle mile. Like for a 5K, that was relatively slow.
Yeah.
Well, so the race was further away than I had said. We thought it was only going to be about a mile. It was 1.6 miles.
And we left a little late.
We didn't quite take that 0.6 mile because we had planned to run walk as a warm up. And by the end, he was the first wave because they had wave starts because they had new restrictions again.
And it was a real live race with everybody.
Yeah. So they had waves, and so he was going off at the 9 a.m. wave, and I was going off at like the 9:20 wave. So we had 20 minutes between us, but I was just gonna run there with him and then run around or walk around wherever I needed to if I wasn't allowed in the corral or in the area. And so we left a little later. We thought we had enough time, and then we realized that it was further away than we thought. So we had to like run. We ran like a 9-minute mile to get to the race because he thought we were going to be late.
Oh God!
And then it started late anyway. Yeah, then it started late anyway.
Of course, yeah. Ours wasn't like an official. Like all the official turkey trots around here were canceled.
We were shocked this one happened.
Yeah, we were surprised.
Like I can't believe it happened. So we showed up at Charm City Run in Columbia at 8, and there were about 20 people. Everybody in their masks, kind of everyone social distance. And then we did like a really cute socially distant photo of like everyone that showed up. And then everyone just kind of ran their own race, however far they wanted to go. There was a turnaround point at, to do a 5K, but if you wanted to do more than that, you could. And yeah, it was good. There was one group of people that looked really cute. She had a way cuter skirt than I did, and I was extremely jealous. And little like turkey head, like a headband. And then the guy with them was dressed in a full turkey costume.
Oh, nice.
Oh my
which
God.
At a normal turkey trot would be delightful and warm, and I'm always jealous. But he was on the struggle bus.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
He looked miserable at the end. We missed getting a photo with him. We were kind of sad.
Yeah.
I have to say there was not a whole lot of I was probably the most festive at this turkey trot, and there was a lot of people overdressed at ours because the giveaway was a long sleeve
yeah, it usually
shirt
is
because it's a November turkey trot, and everybody was wearing it, so everyone was hot.
I've done turkey trots where it's been like 15 or 20 degrees. Like it's been
November.
Frigid.
Yeah.
And I thought it was going to at least be like in the 40s. And I didn't have much on. I had capris, but I had long socks on, my gobble gobble socks, which were way too hot.
Yeah.
And then I had a tank top, and I had like one of those raw threads long sleeves, which aren't thick at all. Like they're not warm. Yeah. And I was still dying.
Yeah. I thought I was going to be freezing just standing there because I was planning on running, and I'm always hot when I run. So I just wore the shorts with the skirt and the raw threads tank. And I thought I was going to be freezing, and thank God I wore that because I was sweating.
Yeah, I was also wearing the long socks. I had beer socks on.
Did you all see the pictures of Michael?
I saw.
Did. It was so cute.
Where he had the little run for beer socks.
Mm-hmm. They were so hot, though. My God. I wanted to die.
That's what I said. My socks were so hot. Like I looked at Tom at one point. I was like, I don't know if it would be possible to take these socks off, but I need to.
Well, I never, I know a lot of people wear the compression sleeves and all that kind of stuff and the compression socks or whatever, but I don't ever wear any of those. So having socks all the way up my calf, I was like, my God, it's like 95 degrees out here. I'm going to die. What is going on?
Oh my gosh.
So hot and so humid.
And then he had a turkey headband. He was very excited to be wearing that when I took that picture.
I did not wear that during the race.
Well, I couldn't really wear mine during the race either because it
not
flaps.
stay on.
Oh yeah. I have just like a spark. What are they called?
The Sparkle
bands?
Athletic. The Sparkle headband.
Yeah, I have one of those with turkeys.
Sweaty
all over
band, right?
Sweaty bands.
Sweaty
Yep.
bands. Yeah.
With turkeys all over it.
What were you gonna say, Tom?
I was gonna say, when you guys were talking about what you were wearing, sometimes you just got to do it for the gram.
It's true. That's why I made him stick the headband on. I'm like, stick this headband on. We're taking a picture. It's going on the internet. He's like,
and then take it off immediately.
Yeah, gotta do it.
But
didn't
yeah, I
have
rocked my new racing based. I think that's what they're called.
Oh.
My shoes that were Turkey Trot themed. So those will
God.
be my annual shoes. I don't know about those socks. Although we got tons of compliments on our socks.
We did.
I almost bought those socks, and then they weren't going to be here on time.
Oh, we got them 1-day shipping from Amazon.
Oh, did you really? I didn't realize they were on Amazon because I got they were on Gone for a Run or something like that.
Yeah, they're Gone for a Run brand, but I don't know. They were Amazon. I got them next day.
Oh no! By the time I looked, they weren't. Maybe they were sold out. I don't really know.
I don't know.
I do like a turkey trot.
And this was the first year I wasn't really hungover. So, I mean, that was a new experience for me.
That's funny. Yeah, I mean, this was I'm glad that it didn't go virtual or change because this was both Michael and I's first actual live real turkey trot. So that was fun.
Yeah, I've been running pretty consistently. So I'm going to try and keep that up and do Holiday Hustle probably as a fun run. But cool. I think when we start making our New Year's resolutions, I think I'm going to have some speed goals for next year.
Awesome.
Ooh, nice.
I almost signed up for a new virtual challenge through JNA Racing. What is it? It's like a solstice challenge where you run from the longest day to the shortest day. And you can sign up for different distances. And I think the longest one is 489 miles.
Oh, okay.
So basically from the shortest day of December
to
right?
June.
December to June. It's 6 months then?
It's before June.
Okay.
It's like sometime in either March or April.
Okay.
But it's definitely doable. Like, I mean, it's way doable.
You love those challenges.
Did you end up signing up for
not
it?
motivating to me. I wish they were.
The reason why I'm considering this is I need something to get me through January and February.
Yeah. I hear that.
I really like JNA Racing. I mean, they put on Shamrock, and I want them to be around.
Yeah.
So, it's supporting a small business, getting motivation. So I might sign up for that one.
No, I get it. I think I'm taking this month off from the virtual challenges, and then maybe January when training starts back up again, kind of after I set some goals for 2021, maybe use those beforehand before we have live racing again and use the challenges again. But I think I've been doing one every month, but I think this month I'm just taking a break until January.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Well, we've got some good stuff coming up.
Yeah. And I guess that brings us to our favorite segment. Tell me something good. Who wants to kick us off with something good?
I'll kick us off because I'm just so excited to talk about it. We watched The Happiest Season on Hulu. It's the Kristen Stewart Christmas movie.
Wow.
I just watched the preview for this.
It's the best thing she's ever done.
Oh, really?
And I'm going to stand by that.
Easily.
And not in like the this is Turkey Hollow, it's actually a bad movie kind of way. It's so good. Like, as soon as it was over, I wanted to put it back on and just watch it again.
Oh, that's
it's
funny.
Great. It's hysterical. Like, all the characters are really good. Dan Levy's in it, and it's so good. I downloaded the soundtrack, so I've been listening to that. It's got the Sea of Candy Cane Lane song, which I've been walking around the house singing, even though I can't figure out the words. Tom had to look them up for me, and I still don't know what they are. It's a lot of me going, Candy Cane Lane, Candy Cane Lane. So that's been happening a lot.
Oh, gosh.
So that's what's happening in this house.
Yep.
It's a lot of
my
that.
God.
And go watch that on Hulu. It's a delight.
Oh my gosh,
That's
that's
awesome.
hilarious.
Mary Steenburgen makes another
Again.
appearance.
Yep.
Oh wow. Wow.
She's the mom.
Good for her.
That's hilarious.
Good for Mary.
Yep. You know she's married to Ted Danson.
Is
Yes.
she? I
That
didn't realize
I
that.
did know.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Yeah.
I don't
God,
know.
I want to hang out with them at a party. Like they're like my new favorite celebrity couple.
Well, I love Ted Danson, and this is not my something good, but have you ever seen The Good Place?
Oh yeah,
I love
It's hysterical.
I love that show.
No, just
Makes
a
sense.
just a delight. Their
Yeah.
Instagrams are a delight.
They
But
are.
watch that on Hulu. It will make you have lots of feelings.
Okay.
It's great.
Yeah. That was almost going to be my something good, but my something good, this past weekend, I guess, Diane and I took a road trip to Hershey, Pennsylvania, and we went to Hershey Park, and we also did a drive-through lights thing, and we were masked up. It was socially distanced. I think they did a really good job at controlling like the crowds and the lines and everything, but when we went through like Chocolate World, where they basically tell you how chocolate's made and the history of Hershey, no one was there. Like literally no one was in the building.
Wow.
So
you had to you actually had to make a reservation. Like they
Oh,
were only
really?
letting people in for a certain time. So like we had to pick a time and
yeah,
show up and like had basically a ticket where it's usually like 6,000 people in there and you
Mhm.
can't move.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
so you know how they have like the facts about how chocolate's made and the history of Hershey on the walls. But we actually read some of that stuff, and I became fascinated with Milton Snavely Hershey, American chocolatier.
I think it's Snively.
It's Snavely because there's no I in it.
Well, has anyone ever seen, and this is just going to take you back, has anyone ever seen the Yogi Bear Christmas special?
That's
Oh my
Snively.
God.
That's Snively.
I'm
right?
talking about Milton Hershey and
I'm
Middle
going to
name
stand by
Snavely.
this Snively comment.
anywho, I became fascinated with him and what he's turned that Hershey brand into because they are everything. And what's funny is I kind of related to, obviously we're Disney folks. Diana's more of a Disney folk than I am, but like now they're really trying to push the characters of Hershey, like the Kiss and the Reese's Pieces cup
Yeah.
and the chocolate bar
Yeah.
and the Jolly Rancher is now one of their main characters. Like they're really milking that Hershey brand for all it's worth, and I am here for it. So go chocolate, and yeah, that's it. That's my something good.
My something good. We have been exploring new places. We went up to North Jersey and found a park where you could see the New York skyline. So that was really fun and exciting. But the more exciting part is that we found this random Mexican place that was in the town next to where we were hiking on our way back, and it was hands down the best Mexican I've ever had. So if you happen to be in Butler, New Jersey, go to La Mixteca, and it is this hole in the wall Mexican place that is all in Spanish, like their menu's in Spanish. It's like as authentic as you can get. They're hand making their tortillas, like as they're making their tacos and empanadas. You can like taste the freshness in your mouth as you eat it. It's just the best Mexican you will ever eat in your life. It had like a 4.9 on every few hundred Yelp reviews and Google reviews, and there was 4.9 across the board, and there is a reason because it is amazing. I think that 0.1 only came off because it's a cash only place.
Oh, yeah.
So if you go there off of my recommendation, make sure you have cash.
My something good is Assassin's Creed Valhalla on the PS5. I've been playing a bunch of it. I've always enjoyed the series. I wasn't sure if I would like this one because it was Vikings. They're not very stealthy. It's weird because they're not stealthy looking, but you're very stealthy. But I love the game. It's a good game.
So thank you very much, everyone, for listening. Again, like we've mentioned, please continue to interact with us on social media. We really want to just follow you along on your adventures. Tag us in your runs. Tag us in what's motivating you, why you are running, what you are running for. Send us email, an email if you'd like to at willrun4@gmail.com. If you leave us a review, we will greatly appreciate it. And if it's a 5-star review with a comment, I will run 5 miles for you and shout you out on Instagram. But yeah, we just want to say thank you to everyone who's listened throughout this year. And that's it. So for Erin, Michael, and Diana, this is Tom, and we will see you later.
Bye.
Bye. Have
See
a
ya.
good week.
Every time I see, all right, so there's a show thing, but every time I see ITRS on our screen, which is inside the Runner Studio, our abbreviation, I think of irritable bowel syndrome.
Like IBS?
Yes. I'm like, wait, why are we talking about that? And I'm like, oh, that's not what we're talking about.
Why aren't we talking about that?
That's why Michael has to order a special
There's
Starbucks.
so much. You have so much more editing to do than usual. This is a mess of an
Oh,
episode.
God.
You are going to be so mad when you're editing.
Nah, it'll be fine.
I say publish completely raw.
Oh my God.
All right.